Shoreline development can impact our ecosystem in many ways. There are plenty of reasons that humans want to live and build next to lakes, including recreational purposes and the pretty views seen in nature. However, the pressure that residential developments place on lake systems can degrade the qualities that attracted the residents in the first place. Developing lakeside land decreases the riparian density of trees around the shoreline, which decreases the amount of woody debris into the littoral zone, in turn reducing potential plant growth and complex habitat for fish. Lakeshore development degrades the littoral zone, which results in a decrease in fish population. Riparian changes can also affect water quality by changing runoff patterns and increasing water temperature due to loss of shade from the trees. The most common impact of shoreline development is the disruption of the nutrient cycle from fertilizers, sediments, and sewage. Shoreline armoring is when physical structures are built to prevent coastal erosion. The problem with armoring is the change in movement of sediment and debris, which can ultimately lead to the degrading of river deltas. This impacts the ecosystem in several ways, including habitat loss, restriction in ranges of species, and an increase of turbidity. Other significant impacts include altered nutrient inputs and overall water quality, loss of productivity, and loss of biodiversity. Changes in sediment, water, and nutrients due to upland vegetation conversion alter the landscape structure and ecosystem functioning of nearshore ecosystems. Degraded structural and biochemical changes to bays and river deltas in turn alter food webs and communities that depend on the shore's forms for shelter and habitat. Overwater structures are structures such as piers, docks, and ramps, and they can affect nearshore habitats by shading. Nearshore shading can affect not only plant growth, but can impact the behavior and survival of fish that live in nearshore habitats. The impact of marinas are significant on beach systems, river deltas, and coastal embayments. Marinas can alter or disrupt the transport of sediment, debris, and detritus, and degrade beach structure, as well as introduce chemical contaminants into nearshore ecosystems. Chemicals from treated wood structures are a potential risk, but more significant and prevalent are risks of contaminants released into water and sediment from vessels and parking facilities. These petroleum and oil-based and other forms of contaminants have significant impacts on aquatic and nearshore wildlife and general nearshore food web structure because they are toxic to any animal that claim the lakes as their home. They can also contaminate plants, which in turn harms the animals which depend on them for survival. While the land may look better to the human eye when we develop next to water, there are species suffering because of it.